Hello everyone, Teacher Jasana here, bringing you some information about VIPKID, money. How can you make money? Why is it all the way from $14 an hour to all the way to $22 an hour? Do you really want to get invested if you're only going to hit $14 an hour? Stop, let's talk about it. But first, do me a favor, hit subscribe, like this video, help me build up this channel. I would appreciate it. And also stop and make sure this timestamp is recent. VIPKID might have changed this in the future. Who knows? Maybe it'll one day be $15 to $30 an hour. But as of right now, it's $14 an hour to $22 an hour is what they advertise. And let me explain why that gap is so big. So what they do is in your interview process, they're going to decide what your base pay is per class. Remember, classes are only 25 minutes, and you're talking to one-on-one Chinese kids about English, and all the lesson plans are provided. So you're pretty much the facilitator who brings in cool rewards and props. So it's either from $7 per class all the way to $9 per class is what you'll get introduced at after your interview. And that's going to be based on a lot of things like your degree, your teaching experience. Are you ESL certified? That's the only one I did not get. I had ESL training, but I did not get ESL certified. So I'm not all the way at the $9 mark. But either way, I want to kind of show you what would happen if you did get on the low end versus the high end. So I made a cool little chart. Teacher right here. Ta-da! So the number per class is based on your interview. That's why you want to take your interview very seriously. Worst case, if you get accepted and you get the lowest rate of $7 an hour, or $7 per class, sorry, you can teach up to 2 classes. So you can make up to $14 an hour. But they have incentives. They're like, hey, we're really big about being present, being reliable. So you literally get $1 for every single class that you just show up on time. Okay, be on time. That's easy. And then you get an extra $1 if you do more than 45 classes per month. Per month, not per week. So that's actually only like 12 classes a week or so, which you can do. You can do 6 hours a week to get that incentive, 6 or 7 hours. So let's say you get the low end of the stick, you never show up on time, and you barely do any work at all. Well, then you'll get the $14. But I'm assuming anybody's going to do this program is going to at least be on time. Maybe you don't want to do a bunch of classes. Maybe you're like, no, I just want to do like 2 or 3 hours on the weekend and, get a few extra money for my pedicure or manicure. Well, cool. Then you won't get that incentive, but that will put you at about $16 an hour. Still pretty good for working at home, talking to kids. But if you get the low end of the stick with like low teaching experience, not a lot of ESL training, stuff like that, and you didn't really do very well in your interview like you thought you did, you'll still get the $1 bonus. You'll still get the $1 if you do more than 45 classes, which can bump you up to $18 an hour. So most likely, even if you get the low end, that's where you're shooting for is $18 an hour. Just hang out at home and talk to kids and teach them English. If you are on the high end for some reason, or like you are ESL certified, you do have in-class training, you do have to be a native speaker regardless. I didn't know that until just recently, but it makes sense for, you're talking English, teaching English. But if you get the $9 and you don't show up on time and you don't do all those classes, you're still going to get about $18 an hour. So those are equivalent. And then everybody else is in the blue, as if you get, $7.25 or $7.50 or $8.50 or whatever numbers are in the middle. You can get all those in between. These are just the low and high ones. If you get the highest one, you can get $1 for being on time. Let's say you still don't want to work a lot. That's $20 an hour. And if you're a rock star and you get the $9 an hour, plus you're going to show up on time, plus you're going to do more than 45 classes a month, you get $11 per class, which will, times 2, you get your $22 an hour. So that's why it goes all the way from 14 to 22. But let's be honest, you should show up on time at least. Come on. So it's really more $18 to $22 an hour is what you're looking at. Plus they have cool incentives like, hey, all my classes so far have been within 24-hour notice, which you get an extra $2 per class. So if I taught 2 classes in an hour like that, that's an extra $4 an hour. So if I was making $20 an hour, that's now $24 an hour just for doing last minute classes. Plus you get $5 for every trial student that comes your way that says, hey, I like this. I'm going to work. This is going to work. And they turn around and sign up. You get an incentive for them signing up. You get $5. Plus, don't forget, you get $100 for referring people. That's why I'm shooting this so much. That's one of the reasons. Also, trying to build up the community, trying to get people the word of mouth out. But $100 just for referring your friends and getting more teachers involved. I think this is an awesome opportunity to stay home with your kids and make a difference in the world and make the world a better place. And it doesn't even have to be for stay-at-home moms. Like if you're retired and you just want something to engage you, but you don't want to go back into a full-time classroom, this is perfect for you. If you are a teacher, but you're like, hey, Christmas is coming and I want my bank account up a little bit higher. Would suck to wake up extra early on top of teaching, but do it. Like if that's what you need, and this is, I'm telling you, lessons are provided. It is, I'm only 2 weeks in, but I am addicted. I love it. I'm excited. Hope you join the boat, VIPKID. Until then, guys, like and subscribe. I'll shoot more videos when I can. And happy teaching, everyone.